I've worked with so many women who want to stay active, but are really not sure if what they're doing is hurting them or helping them. There's so much mixed information out there. So I really wanted to hone in and give you some really great information, some really great tips so that you can feel confident in your exercise plan because it's really important. And the truth is, exercise is not a one size fits all. Trying to conceive isn't just a physical journey. It's one of the most mentally and emotionally demanding experiences a couple can go through. And it's time we start talking about all of it. Hi, I'm Denise Erez, your fertility godmother, and this show is for the woman who wants to optimize their health, who is trying to conceive and wants real, honest support, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, without the overwhelm. Because this journey isn't just about getting pregnant. It's about who you become through it. And you don't have to navigate it alone. So take a deep breath. You're in the right place. Let's do this together. And welcome to the Fertility Godmother Show. Did you know that exercise can be one of the greatest fertility boosting tools you can have? When done correctly, it can balance your hormone levels, increase circulation to your reproductive organs, and enhance insulin sensitivity. All of these things help your body get ready for pregnancy. But the key is knowing what type of exercise is going to work best for you based on where you are in this journey. Today, I'm breaking down exactly how to match your workouts with your energy, how insulin and cortisol affect your fertility, and the best ways to calm your nervous system down to bring down those cortisol levels after exercise so that you get all the benefits without the added stress. So come on, let's go. And welcome to the Fertility Godmother Show, where we talk about all things fertility. Hi, I'm Denise Erez, lovingly known as the Fertility Godmother, and I help couples overcome their fertility challenges so that they can get pregnant without putting their life on hold. I'm a Chinese medical physician, nutritionist, health and life coach, and double certified neuroencoding specialist. And all that means is I've been blessed to help over 1,500 babies come into the world using these natural methods. Now, I've worked with so many women who want to stay active, but are really not sure if what they're doing is hurting them or helping them. There's so much mixed information out there. So I really wanted to hone in and give you some really great information, some really great tips so that you can feel confident in your exercise plan because it's really important. And the truth is, exercise is not a one size fits all. Some women feel amazing after crushing their workouts. Some women are completely wiped out after doing a workout, and some women don't even have the energy to even think about doing a workout. So the good news is once you align your workouts with what your body needs, you'll feel more energized, balanced, and confident in your fertility journey. So exercise plays a huge role in hormone regulation. The two key hormones are cortisol and insulin. So let's take cortisol first. Cortisol is like your high performance and recovery coach. So cortisol gets a lot of bad raps. And the problem with cortisol is that it is a stress hormone. But the thing is we need to have some stress in our life. We need to have some stress in order to grow, in order to become better, in order to have more muscle, right? And the more muscle we have, the better our body is, the more energy we have, the better everything functions. Cortisol also helps us wake up in the morning. So if you wake up feeling strong and ready to go, that's because your cortisol levels spiked as they should in the morning. When you wake up feeling tired and groggy, your cortisol levels are low. And so this is what we call a cortisol dysregulation. Cortisol becomes a problem when it goes up high and stays up high, or it doesn't come down all the way. Or you're so fatigued and tired, it doesn't go up at all or doesn't go up high enough so that you can feel functional and have good energy and clear-headedness and really be productive and get things done. So cortisol is really important in our body and it gets a bad rap. But the way cortisol works is we should get a nice spike in the morning and then it should gradually come down throughout the day so that by the time you're ready for bed, the cortisol is low and you're actually able to fall asleep. So finding that sweet spot and making sure that your cortisol levels are balanced is super important because if your cortisol levels are high for too long, your body is signaling a stress response. And that's when it prioritizes survival over reproduction. And again, when it's too low, you might feel sluggish and really unmotivated. And now I want to touch base on insulin because insulin is another one of those hormones that you just hear bad things about. And insulin is really important because what it does is it actually pulls the sugar from the blood into our cells. And that's how we get energy. And so we need to have insulin. Again, it's when it gets out of balance that it's an issue. And so you may have heard the term insulin resistance, especially if you have PCOS or if you're predisposed to diabetes or if you have diabetes or if you're in perimenopause. When we have insulin resistance, what happens is the insulin still functions properly, but our cells don't want to take in the sugar. So it doesn't let the sugar in. It doesn't let the insulin do its job. And that's why we say insulin resistance. And so then we end up with extra sugar in our bloodstream. And what happens to that sugar, instead of using it for energy, it gets stored in our body for fat. And then it causes inflammation and a whole cascade of events. And so when we exercise, when we have good lean muscle, when we are managing our stress, all these things really help our insulin levels. It helps decrease inflammation. So this is why exercise is really important, but being able to find the right balance is key. So now let's talk about how to make exercise work best for you. Depending on your energy levels, your stress response, and your recovery, different workouts are going to benefit you in different ways. So let's take the first group. Let's call them the thriving, energized group, the high energy people. The signs you fit into this high energy category are you sleep well, you wake up rested, you're ready to go, you feel stronger after workouts, not drained, your cycles are regular, and your energy is stable throughout the whole day. You don't have those crashes. The best workouts for you are strength training 3 to 5 times a week. This really helps boost metabolism and balance our hormones, right? Making sure that we're building strength, we're building and keeping our muscles because our muscles give us so much energy and help us with so many things. Doing a HIIT workout twice a week, but no longer than 45 minutes in the total week. Why? Because when we do too much, it actually creates a hormonal imbalance. And the benefits of HIIT is it actually helps not only cardiovascular, helps burn fat and helps increase insulin sensitivity, which is what we want. We want to be insulin sensitive, not insulin resistant. And then we also want to do something like yoga or Pilates because it really just helps calm the nervous system. And it's another way to move without stressing your body too much. If you're training for a marathon right now while you're trying to conceive, it may or may not be working for you. Working out for several hours a day may be too much on our nervous system. So it's going to really depend on so many factors. Running is one of the best things we can do. I'm a runner, so I'm biased. It's just sharing that right now. But doing that cardiovascular exercise, we really want to take a look at what are your goals, right? What are your goals and are you getting there? So it's taking a minute to kind of self-assess and see what happens. So where are you at in this journey? Okay, and here's group 2. Group 2 is that stressed and fatigued, that wired and tired group. The signs that you fit into this category are you wake up feeling tired and sluggish. You want to just keep hitting that snooze button, even after a full night's sleep. Your workouts leave you feeling more drained instead of energized. And maybe you even feel wired at night, but you're like exhausted during the day. Has that ever happened to you? It used to happen to me where I would be so tired during the day and just pushing through and pushing through. And then all of a sudden at night, I got this burst of energy. It was so frustrating because at nighttime, all the stuff that I needed to get done during the day already passed. And now I want to go to sleep and I can't go to sleep. Thank God I don't have that anymore, but I understand if that's you. So if this is you, you really want to avoid excessive cardio. You don't want to be doing that HIIT training or CrossFit or running too much. If you are feeling exhausted, it's really important to pay attention to your body, allow it to heal before you get into that zone where you're able to work out again. It's really important, again, because our body gives us clues and tells us exactly what we need to know. And when we are healed, that's when you can do those things that you want. But if you keep pushing yourself and pushing yourself and pushing yourself, you're not going to give your body what it needs the chance to heal. So if you are just in this really tired and trying to get through the day, the best things for you to do is go on a walk 30, 40 minutes a day. This helps lower our cortisol levels and it still improves insulin sensitivity, especially if you're walking after a meal. You also want to do strength training. We need to build those muscles. So you're probably going to do it at a lower intensity, but doing strength training twice a week can be really beneficial in helping you build that muscle. And when we have more muscle, we actually have more energy. It's one of my tips for having more energy, creating more muscle, because our muscles create electricity, and electricity is how we use energy in our body. And then making sure you're doing a type of restorative yoga or a yin yoga and some breath work to really calm your nervous system. If you do this recipe, you're going to feel the change in your body. You're going to feel more relaxed and you're going to have more energy and it's going to feel really good. So if life is really stressful, if you're already feeling exhausted, doing these intense workouts is not going to be beneficial for you, but doing things that are more nurturing. And we still have to move our body because movement creates electricity, which creates energy. So just sitting on the couch, watching TV or scrolling through your phone or reading a book and doing nothing, sitting at your computer all day is actually not helpful for you. You still need to move your body. It's just moving it in the right way. I hope you found this helpful. I'm not done yet. So I want to give you another tip. No matter how you work out, it's really important to do a cool down and calm the nervous system after, especially if you're doing high intensity workouts, because we want to be able to calm that cortisol levels down. So if you're like me, you just want to be done with your workout and start your day. And yet, that's probably the worst thing we can do. We actually need to take 5 to 10 minutes. It's not a long time, 5 to 10 minutes to stretch. Even putting our legs up on the wall calms your nervous system immediately. It allows your body to go back into what we call the parasympathetic nervous state, which is that relax, digest, detox, healing state. So putting your legs up on the wall for a couple minutes, walking to calm your nervous system down, doing some stretching. These things are really important no matter which workout you're doing, because it's going to benefit your nervous system and help lower those cortisol levels, which is going to benefit you. And make sure to replenish your body with the proper hydration and the proper nutrients. Particularly after a workout, you want to be able to nourish your body with protein and healthy carbohydrates so that your body can build and repair and recover faster. So the bottom line, exercise is a fantastic tool to support your fertility when you use it the way it supports your body. Whether you are thriving on intense workouts or you need to focus on recovery right now, the right movements can really help your body have more energy, support ovulation, calm your nervous system, and really boost your energy, which helps with everything. If you're looking for a personalized plan and you're ready for some guidance and some hand-holding support, click the link in the description below to see how I can help guide you on your fertility journey. From exercise to stress reduction to diet to all the things that really matter, and personalize it for you on your fertility journey. I'm Denise Erez, your fertility godmother, wishing you a healthy, happy pregnancy.